Hello, it's Heather Clifford, eXp Realty, here in beautiful Campbell River and the Comox Valley area with a real estate market update covering off the rest of the summer for August and early September, talking to you about what's happening in the news, real estate, our statistics, and what's happening with that Bank of Canada interest rate, because it is affecting our market and there are so many different opinions about what is happening out there. I'm going to give you mine, and I'm going to give you my prediction of where we're going in 2025 when it comes to real estate. My name is Heather, and let's get started. So here we are with the September 2024 market update with a presentation I've put together for you. And we're going to cover off the numbers. We're going to talk a little bit about the media and what's in the news, as well as what's happening in our direct marketplaces here on Vancouver Island. One of the things that I have been dealing a lot with is probate sales. A lot of times in the Comox Valley, we have older families that have been here for generations, my family included, and the properties are now trading hands and selling due to the fact that people have passed away, and these are being taken care of by the executors of the estates. And if you are dealing with something similar to this and you would like to chat, absolutely no problem at all. The other area that I've been working a lot in is people that are going into homes now, and so they haven't passed away, but we have powers of attorney that are also helping to settle the estate ahead of time, selling the properties while their mom and dads are still alive. So those are a couple of areas that you might be dealing with at this time and that I have been doing a lot of work on if you'd like to chat. I like to start off talking about our CEO, Jason, and what he's been saying has been happening over the last couple of months. And he notes that the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board housing market was flat during the spring and during the summer. But realtors are optimistic about the fall. Well, realtors have to be optimistic. That is the nature of our business. Active listings are at their highest level in nearly 5 years. Combined with recent rate cuts and anticipated rate cuts that are coming and pricing that's responsive to the current market, it's an excellent time for buyers to make a move. Now, this is something that I want to actually talk about today, is where we're at with the interest rates coming down slowly and maybe a little bit quicker in December's announcement, but also where you are if you are a buyer or a seller right now. And we will get to that when I talk about the news. He also goes on to say, as we all want to buy at the bottom of the market. However, by the time we realize it's here, it's frequently too late. And so adding to the favorable picture is Vancouver Island economy is performing remarkably well with solid job growth, particularly in Victoria, according to the British Columbia Real Estate Association. Well, in actual fact, in Canada, our unemployment statistics and people being out of work has risen to 6.6%, which is really quite high for Canada, that is. So let's talk a little bit about what's happening in the news and things that you might see in the news and articles that I have found rather interesting. The latest one that came out by Maclean's magazine, and this was a really, really long article. If you have time to read it, go ahead and Google the jackpot generation. And what really stood out for me in this article was that they say by 2026, so we're almost at the end of 2024 right now. So by 2026, an estimated $1 trillion is going to move from Canadian baby boomers to their hires, and mostly they're millennials. So that is a lot of money that is going to transfer hands. And for some of these people that are going to inherit this money, this is going to be their opportunity to get into the real estate market, because prices have been so high that a lot of the younger generation feel that owning real estate is actually going to be not something in the foreseeable future. However, if your parents are leaving you money through the estate, I can see this is where this is also going to fuel our real estate market. And also there was so many things in this article that was really interesting to read. But one of the stats that they had in there was that if your parents owned real estate, chances of you owning a home were very high. And of course, the reverse to that is if your parents never owned real estate, it's going to be harder for you to own real estate. Well, CIBC forecast a supersized Bank Canada rate cut by the end of the year. So we are expecting another announcement from Tiff Macklem, the governor of the Bank of Canada, in the end of October, October 23rd, and then again in early December. And this is what I wanted to talk about. In regards to if you are a first-time buyer or buying into the real estate market, so you're selling your condo or your townhouse and you want to get into a detached home, you're probably going to have to either take a mortgage or increase your mortgage. And if interest rates are going down again in October, and then substantially, as the prediction has it, down again in December, this probably in the next 2 months is going to be the strongest time for you as a buyer to get into the market now. And I will tell you why, because I want to play a little clip from Tiff Macklem's interview that he did last week. So just hang tight for a second.
Okay, well, let me clarify a little bit what I said there. When you look at shelter price inflation, it is a combination of a number of components. So it includes mortgage interest costs. It includes the cost that people are paying when they rent an apartment. It also includes the cost of fixing up your house, house maintenance, home insurance. All those things feed into the rate of the user cost of shelter. So the price of a house, price of new homes does factor into that through the cost of maintaining and fixing up your house. So yes, it wouldn't be surprising as interest rates come down, as activity in the housing market strengthens, you see some pickup in housing prices. We're not, we don't publish a detailed projection of housing prices, but that could well happen. But with mortgage rates coming down, hopefully with more supply coming into the rental market, with some reduction in population growth, you should see rent prices come down. So when I say, overall shelter price inflation can come down, I'm not saying that means house prices are coming down. House prices could well actually pick up a bit with overall inflation in shelter price still coming down.
So there you have it. Tiff Macklem has told us as Canadians, he is expecting the price of homes to go up. And that is usually what happens. As interest rates come down, home prices come up, but it takes time to take effect. And it is my opinion that we are still in a very sticky market, which means home prices have not gone up. In fact, they have shrunk just a little bit. We have maintained not a healthy, strong market throughout the spring and summer, and the fall has not started ticking up in sales as of yet, but I can feel it is happening out there. There is a number of listings coming on the market right now, as well as a number of buyers starting to look, and this is going to start to fuel our market. We have about 2.5 months. We have the rest of September, October, and pretty much all of November before the market gets quiet again. Traditionally, December and January, the market is quiet. So right now, a lot of people are either taking their properties off the market. If they haven't sold throughout the spring and the summer, they're sharpening their pencils on their pricing. They're relisting their properties, getting them on the market for this fall market in anticipation that there are going to be buyers out there because rates are going to continue to go down. Now, the reason that we've been in such a sticky market is because the economy is still unstable. And when it's an unstable economy, people are not willing to go out and take a risk, buy properties, and take higher mortgages. And when this happens, it's because people haven't got the confidence in the real estate market or in the economy to be making a move at this time. But as things start to heat up and everyone starts to get into the real estate game, you're going to see our market take off. And by next year, prices will go up. And that's why I'm saying if you're a buyer, get yourself your rate hold for 90 days, 120 days if possible, and then close closer to the end of the year or early January and take advantage of that market shift that is about to happen before the prices go up. So let's talk about the real estate market since June, July, and August. Well, you can see that we went from June down in July, and then we popped up a little bit in August. And what is fueling the market is the people that had those held rates that had to buy, or the lucky people that were able to sell their properties through the summertime. So here we are. Here's a look at the benchmark prices across the different communities here on Vancouver Island, from Cowichan Valley to Campbell River. And here's a little look at our sales summary for the month of August. So you can see that Campbell River is down 25% year over year from 33 sales this August from 44 last year. Whereas look at the Comox Valley. Comox Valley is up 52% from 42 sales in 2023 to 64 sales in 2024. I like to look more at month over month and then year over year when I'm looking at our single family benchmark prices. In Campbell River, we are down slightly from a month ago. We are now sitting at 691,700, and we were at 705,700 a month ago. 3 months ago, we were at 712,000. So you can see that we have gone down just slightly. And then if we look a year over year, we're up a little bit, about $10,000 over this time last year. And if we look at the Comox Valley, you can see we're down a little bit over last month, but we're sitting pretty even 3 months ago. If we go back a year, we were at 806,000, and that is just shy of $28,000 less than where we're at this year. So the Comox Valley has been a stronger real estate market year over year. If we look at our apartments in Campbell River, we're down quite a bit. We started 3 months ago at 370. Then we went down to 367, and last month we were at 355. And if we look at a year over year in the condo market, we're down almost $10,000 from last year. So our condo market is affected in the Campbell River area. And in the Comox Valley, well, the same thing. 3 months ago, we were 401,000. Last month, we were at 396. So we started to go down. And then in August, we were at 382,100. If we look back 12 months ago, we were at 391,000. So that's almost $10,000 less than we were this time last year. So Campbell River went up year over year, and the Comox Valley actually went down slightly. In the townhouse market, Campbell River is doing better. We started 3 months ago at 526. We went up to 535 last month. And then in August, we were at 541,400. So that segment of the market is about the same as this time last year, and month over month, we have been going up. Comox Valley, we started 3 months ago at 548,000, jumped up to 556,000, and up again to 560,700 last month. And if we look back 12 months ago, we are up about $4,000 over last year. Who's buying and selling right now? I'm going to tell you, I put a list together of some of the properties I have been working on, and I have worked on a lot of probate sales. And that tells me that a lot of our old timers here in the Comox Valley and Campbell River area are have moved on to their next stage in life or in the journey. And so a lot of probate sales going on right now. A few first-time buyers still entering the marketplace, and investors, young investors that can afford to buy. So I'm wondering if they're receiving some of that $1 trillion that has started coming down the socio ladder, as I like to call it, and they are now buying investment properties. However, they're buying those investment properties because their plan overall is to live here in the Campbell River Comox Valley area. Here's my quick little snapshot, and I found it quite interesting. So new listings in the last week have been about 80 listings. So we're bringing on about 10 listings a day. Pending is about 38. So that means half of the properties that are coming on the market are selling. But look at the price decreases. That is a substantial number in one week to have 56 price reductions, price adjustments, whatever you want to call it. That's because people are realizing that the market is very quiet right now. I have listings I'm not getting showings on, but we don't know what's going to happen next month, the month of October, when Tiff Macklin makes his next rate announcement. Here's a little look at some of the properties I have. Now, this here is an example of a estate sale, probate sale that's been completed. We've adjusted the price on this down to $745. It is a really well-maintained 2-bedroom with large den rancher in a great area of East Courtney, sitting at about 1,400 square feet. Lots of updates to this property. If you have someone that could be interested, let me know. My listing on Lambeth, I have had quite a number of offers on this property. So we are getting close to selling it. And it's a lovely over half an acre, 0.52 of an acre on a home that needs some renovations and updating done to it, but it's got a really big footprint, almost 2,700 square feet. Longview, this is a power of attorney sale in portion of it, and it has now been price adjusted to $928,000 in the beautiful community of Bowser. This home is about 1,900 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, master on the primary on the main floor. You can tell when I use the word master, I've been in the real estate business a long time. This property on Island Highway, another estate sale. This is a 2-bedroom condo with gorgeous ocean views, as you can see, sitting at 390 Pacific Place Island on the Island Highway, $429,000. And then I've got 2, possibly 3 land assembly properties in the Comox Valley, Courtney area, and they actually back onto each other. One is on Piercy, the other is on Cumberland. I have a few people that have been looking at both these properties right now. This property on Rennie Road, I could sell it 10 times over. We have an accepted offer, as we did as soon as we listed the property. Absolutely beautiful, just shy of 6 acres, and just a lovely home. This listing on Barclay, once again, this has been an investment property. The owners have never lived in the property. We have an accepted offer on it, and my buyer is coming from up in the Sorrento area. This house on Bradford, we have an accepted offer on last week, and the buyers are coming from the mainland. This property on Regent Road, we removed subjects on it this weekend, and the buyers are coming from the mainland. They are not moving into the property at this time. It gives you a little bit of an idea about some of the buyers in the marketplace. This house on Henderson was a power of attorney sale. This lot on McClary, this is going to be a beautiful home, I'm sure, when the buyers finish building it, and the owner of this land is not from British Columbia. The house on Driftwood, we have the buyers coming in from Alberta on this property. And the house on Peterson, the young lady is coming staying in the area from Campbell River to the Black Creek area, as well as the buyers were from the Campbell River area. Coleman Road was another estate sale, and they will be building on that lot. And then I sold 4 trailers, and once again, it was estate sale, investor sale, moving up the socio ladder, and then moving on power of attorney sales. So I wanted to do a big shout out to all of my wonderful clients that joined us on August the 17th for our summer party here at the Last Resort, and thank my husband, that admin guy, who was excellent on the barbecue, Penny, who came out and helped, as well as Shailene came and helped introduce people. We gave out lots of prizes and presents and utilized all the local farms for the meat and for the vegetables, Clever Crow, the Shore Wolf. It was a wonderful day. The weather was perfect, and it seems like everyone had a really good time. So a big shout out and a super big thank you to my clients that took the time to come out here to Saratoga Beach. So there you have it. That is my market update covering off the month of August, a little bit of September, what's happening as far as in the news and interest rates and where I think our market is going. If you would like to chat real estate, by all means, give me a call anytime. My name is Heather, and enjoy yourself.